Yep, we're back, and we're going to be talking about batteries. It's Friday. I've missed you guys. Man, I can't stop getting sick. But here we are. We're back. 99.8% better. You know, got a little bit of coughing here and there. But, guys, take your vitamins. Stay safe. Stay warm. Grab your favorite beverage. We got an awesome show coming up. I'm going to tell you a little bit behind the scenes before the video ever comes out of the Excess Power Titan8 series. But without further ado, thank you, El Fuego. And as always, I'll catch you in 3 minutes at the end of the intro. Oh, wrong one. Got too many things going on.
So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
I missed you big time. I'm just happy I'm feeling better, man. No fun. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We're gonna talk batteries, my favorite. And yeah, John tapped out again.
Living life with Andy.
Remy, holy crap! These LTOs are perfect, man. It charges so much better on my stock system. Hey, access for the win! 1.9 volts on 4,000 watts clamped. I think we need another one. Remy!
I'll send you one of these.
Thank you, Remy. You can never have too much power. But I want to show you guys kind of what brought me to this level of wanting 2 of them. 2 of them? Yeah, I'm getting another one. I had to. And we're going to crank the volume up because this is how we start the party. Yeah, buddy. What is going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning in with me on this Friday night. Man, that's 2 Tuesdays, or 3 Tuesdays. We haven't had a few Kicking with Andes or Unmasked. We just had the Unmasked show last Tuesday, which was great. No after show. Man, I am behind. I can't stress it enough. Taking my vitamins, but I'm here. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and thanks for just being here. That's all I can say. That's all you can do. What's going on, El Fuego? Thank you for hanging out with us. An XS Power D3400 under the hood. And that's what I actually got underneath Cookie Monster as well, man. It's a really good battery, man. I know people, there's always going to be the comments, oh man, this, about any brand you buy, any product you do. And the more and more I learn about it, it makes sense why these different brands are there. And, it's good stuff. It really is. I wasn't kidding. What's going on, Ashy, Larry? Man, Baba, what is up? Andy, I came in at the perfect timing. At the perfect time, takes a bow. Thank you for tuning in, Bubba. I appreciate that you are here. I'm a little rusty, not gonna lie. What is up, Roger? Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. Hit the like. You know what? I forgot to switch this. I'm always forgetting something here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Yeah, that's our Living Loud with Andy music pumping there. 22 views, 23 people here, 15 already. Smash a like, and we got a super chat from Jake. Mo power, mo bass, mo smiles per watt. Hit the like. He's trying to make it rain, man. I don't know, CJ or pennies? I'm going to go with pennies, but we're throwing CJ up too.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you, Jake. Appreciate you just hanging out with us, man, and being here and all that you do. SDK Enclosures, he's been going crazy. We're going to call him SDK Fans too, man. He's making some awesome fans, chillers for your amplifiers to stay nice and cool. Awesome guy and awesome products as always. Man, and that's why these guys' products are behind me here. It's not that it's a paid affiliation. It's just stuff I like. I mean, I love Kicker. There's a lot of that behind me, obviously. But there's a few others. If I had the JY stickers, I never got a JY sticker. I love me some JY too, and a few other brands, of course, and as well. Roger, thank you for the super sticker. And I think that super sticker has a few pennies connected to it. Thank you, Roger. I appreciate you, man. And, you guys are awesome. Literally, commenting on my stuff. Hey, man, hope you feel better. Get through this. We'll be there whenever you're ready. And that means so much because, it's I don't want to compare it, but it's like being a quarterback and not being able to go into the game, and you feel like you let your fans down, you let your team down. And, hey, I appreciate you guys just being there. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you, man. And, man, this excess stuff, I can't, I want to get it done. 4 hours editing last night, 2 hours of editing today, waiting on another one, and more to test. There's one test in there so far. That's the beginning of the video, but I want to do some thorough tests and some explanation too on these batteries, these LTO 5 series batteries, which are just really, really nice. Thank you, Roger. Appreciate you, man. And Brian Townsend throwing out the memberships for the guys that get the behind the scene exclusive stuff. I might actually throw a little bit more on there for memberships. I've been taking care of my Patreons recently because those guys are awesome, and BT is a member Patreon as well. Thank you, Brian BT, for the $5.
Wow. Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
That's all you can do sometimes. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate you, and thank you for being here and just being one of the guys, man. You're awesome. Any day now, Mikey. Where is Mike DePooley? Stu, thank you for tuning in. And speaking of Stu, you guys are awesome. You send me little tidbits all the time, man. And this is just crazy. This is SideJag 101, but look at it's kickers, okay? Just look at them. These have been installed by Stu in 2004, and they are still running. The wires aren't coming disconnected. The subwoofer isn't blown. The whole nine. Thank you for sharing that with me, Stu. I seen your message earlier, and I was like, I got to get to it. I know he wants it on the show, and that's what we do for the select few and the ones that are always tuning in, and I appreciate you, and thank you, Stu. And awesome craftsmanship for that system to last that long. That's just, it's insane. It's mind-boggling. You know, because it's like 2 years go by, I'm like, man, I need to redo everything in my car. That one is still going. Baba gifted 10 members. Man, you guys are nuts. Here we go. It's Friday. This is how we do if it's your first time tuning into the show, which I know there's probably just a few here. This is what we do, housekeeping, if you will. The guys, they make it rain sometimes, and these guys are doing it right now. Thank you so much, Bubba. Appreciate you. Another 10 memberships for select few YouTubers that are subscribers that get to see the behind-the-scene exclusive stuff and be part of the green team for a 1 free month trial. And if you like it, you get to stay, and it's awesome, man. You get your little name beside you. It's all green and fancy. You're just part of the green team. That's the whole gist of it. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to the 14.4 crew. Appreciate you, Jeff Wallace, for tuning in and being here with us tonight. Of course, Ashy loves some 14.4, but maybe 13 as well. You know, I like anything above 10.9. Once you start going below that, then that's when you run into the danger zone. And long story short, I do want to say this. The reason, not that I per se love being at 10 volts with a system full tilt, you know, just for a few seconds, because my subs can't handle that forever, but my CX360.4 blew, and I'm wondering, you know, why did it blow? I don't have amps blow, and I always strive, you know, kicker, dummy proof. And the 4-channel is an AB amplifier. Maybe it's not as good. I don't know. You know, that's what I was thinking going into it. So then I throw in the IQ amplifier, the 500.2 in there, and it's working. It's got more power, bridged the speakers left and right just to get me by because I didn't have mids and highs for my quad box with the new XS Titan8 in there. And I'm like, what is happening? Long story short, the amp started shutting off. And I'm like looking at the voltage, it's only doing it at 10.4, 10.9. And I'm like, that's strange. Let me just run the mids and highs. Didn't do it. Because I'm thinking too much pre-out. I got the Key 200 going into it. Is it a bad connection? Is it the IQ interface? It's a brand new amp. It's got a lot of features and I barely know enough to run it. And I'm learning, you know, so I'm thinking it was, you know, user error. No. It actually has a more sensitive low voltage cutoff than the CX360.4, which is a good thing, mind you. You know, hey, your voltage is way too low. You shouldn't be running me all the way down here. So that really pushed me into saying, okay, I want to run these LTO prismatic cells, which is what they are, inside the Titan8 battery over here. I can't even bend my arm that way. Over there, the Titan8. And they have the cylindrical ones, the Yinlong 40s, but I'm talking about the Titan8, the prismatic cells, and I have the RSV5 currently. And that is a 20 amp hour prismatic cell, and there's 5 of them in there, and it has a 35 C rate, so that's a lot of current it can do, but at what voltage, how long, all those factors, just like everything we always talk about with batteries. So I'm thinking, all right, maybe let's just get a power series. So that's what we're doing. We're picking up a power series, a 1-2 punch, kind of like Najee Harris and Jalen Warren kind of thing, or maybe Willie Parker and Jerome Bettis. That's a little bit better one. But you kind of get what I'm saying, where it's just, you know, I needed more. But they work great with stock electrical, and I feel like that is so cool, especially with your charging systems that don't go over 14 volts rarely. My Pilot barely sees 14.4. Okay, that's going to be hard. So I'm like, that's perfect for my car. Now, the Eclipse charges 14.4 to 14.8 sometimes, so maybe not so good for the 5 Series. but it all depends. And how much damage are you really doing? And we're going to get into that on the video, and I've talked about it so many times on Kicking It With Andy, on the live streams. Don't need it here, but I just wanted to give you guys a little heads up what's happening. Here we go. I gotta say, this is the most that I've talked. What a boomer. Thank you, Frank. Appreciate you tuning in. Yes, the dubs. Andy, roll the... Okay, here we go.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
Thank you for tuning in, Bobby. Appreciate that you are here. And Bubba! Brian Townsend motivated me to gift subscriptions. Hit the like and show your support for this awesome content. Thank you, Bubba!
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
All you can do sometimes. Thank you, Bubba. I appreciate you, man. And you guys are just awesome for just being here and being the foundation of this channel, this show, and the community as a whole, man. You guys are awesome. Got earplugs. I got to get some of the questions here, too. What's up, fellas from Cincinnati? I knew this was going to be hard. I got a Super Beast Headway Bank converted to 96 amp hours, and it's reading 13.56. But everything I hook to it right away blows fuses. What's going on and which balancer? Okay, so if you got the Super Beast, that's going to be a 4 series balancer. A LiPo, L-E-F-P-O 4. The balancer, it's in 4 series. 3.2 volts times 4, 12.8, give or take. So when you're reading 13.56, that's fine. That's around its nominal resting voltage, give or take. So while you're blowing fuses, it could be something's backwards somewhere. But with being 13.5, I'm not entirely sure. What I would do is get a multimeter and literally check each cell. You can still do that even though it's connected. You can check the voltage of each cell of each series. So say you start at a negative in the beginning, go to the first positive, should show like 3.2, 3.4. And then go to the next one, should say 7.2, 7.4, 7.8, whatever. And go down the line, make sure each one's good in 4. I mean, that and each parallel bank that you have. I feel like that. Why do I hear myself? I hear myself somewhere. Oh, found it. I'm like, why do I hear myself in the background? The tablet. I had the tablet hooked up here onto the dyno for Tuesday, which is going to be insane, where we have the thermal camera and all this other fun stuff going, and I needed something to use for the sine wave converter and all that fun stuff. So that's going to be fun. That's a whole thing in itself. I can't wait for Tuesday. This show, we're here to have fun. It's Friday. But honestly, if you're popping fuses, that means there is usually a problem or overcurrent, and the fuse isn't big enough. But if it's a regular fuse that you wouldn't be normally using with that kind of setup, it's usually an indication something is wired backwards and or too much current going through. Appreciate you got earplugs. I appreciate that you are here. 25 14.4 Talk Discord for the win. Thank you for tuning in, 25. Man, you guys rock. We literally have 21 likes, 34 people on YouTube, 37 altogether. I love how you guys are all on YouTube now, because that's where the party's at, man. It really is. Kibo! I heard if you try to plug the 12-volt SDK fans into 120 volt, they will light up your life a little bit more too, right? I mean, I think you need to put a lampshade on top of it and you will be good. It's like an isolator.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at
it. You'll be looking at it when it's on fire. Thank you, Kibo. And yes, I mean, you know, whew, big dummy. That happens. I haven't done that with a fan yet, but it depends if you have brushless or a brushed motor. If you can wire it in reverse polarity, because then it'll just spin the other way. and I believe his is the one that you can't. So, hey, but just be careful. The big red one, put it on the big red on your battery, and you'll be set. Or 120 volts. I mean, long as the current isn't too high, you should be okay. That's the thing with voltage and current. They're watts at the end of the day. But I don't know. I feel like there are limitations on what you could do on that one. Thank you so much, Kibo. I appreciate you. And El Fuego with a $20 super chat.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
You know what? I think El Fuego is a difference maker as well. This guy has been and is around all the community chats, in the live streams, just on the YouTube channel comment sections, has been there since day one, and he is still here. And, I'm just happy that he's on the team, man. Appreciate you so much, El Fuego, and thank you for the $20 super chat. And, yes, difference maker indeed. Thank you, El Fuego! Let's see here. What camera am I on? That one, man. That's how Tuesday's going to be. It's going to be literally insane. I got it down to a T. As you can see, I got a little bit of footage there. Patreon's got to see that first. Kind of what I'm doing. And I talked to Aaron Surratt. If you guys know who Aaron Surratt is from Kicker, and if you don't, he actually designs a lot of their products, of course with Steve's approval, but he is the brainiac behind a lot of it. And I wanted to ask him, hey, how much power can this Kicker comp handle? Like, what's the degrees on the coil? And I know my test is not going to be like yours on a Clipple and all this other stuff. So we're going to find out. I'm not going to tell you yet, but I got some numbers and I'm like, oh, so yeah, they do get hot. That makes sense. And it should last. It should last. If you didn't know, we're going to do an RMS test on a Kicker comp. It's going to be insane. And it's going to be an RMS test in a way, and I'm going to explain it how Kicker and all the other companies rate their stuff. Now, there's other ones that say, oh, it's this, but if you match it with that amp does more power, and that's the idea, is to match your amplifier's RMS with your subwoofer RMS, and it works perfectly. Some people are going to say put 150% amplifier on your woofer so you don't clip, and I can kind of brush into that, but that's a whole nother deal too. But either way, it's going to be an awesome show. I cannot wait, and it's going to be insane. Just stay tuned, please. Please. I feel like it's going to be the best way to show what these Kicker subs can handle, and, a very brutal test, and something that you never really see. I've seen with the the Fleur thermo sensor with amplifiers and fuses, but I've never seen it with the subwoofer. And, I feel like that's so cool. I know Def Bonds has been doing RMS tests, no joke, literally like the past 3 weeks, but I've already been honest. I have been honest. I wanted to do this a long time ago. I finally got everything to do it and time to get it going, and being sick twice a month, it's been insane to say the least. But their RMS test is great. I love the way they do it. It's brutal as well, but some of their woofers, they overrate, and some of them they underrate. The first one they did, it was like a 4,000 RMS subwoofer, 4-inch coil, and it took to 4,000. The second one they did was rated 500 RMS, but it had not even a 2-inch coil. It was like 1.5 inches, and I think that's similar to the Kicker comp here. And they only put 300 watts on it. Because that's really, even that is a lot on that size of a coil, no matter what the cooling properties are. It's just physics, heat and all this other stuff. But either way, I love the stuff that they're doing, and I'm going to one-up them. I got to, man. I've been doing it so long. And with your guys' support, the super chats, they go right into the stuff. This is literally, let me show you. This is the Fleur. They have it for iOS and Android. You just plug it into your phone, and you can just capture anything you want. So it's really, 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 really neat to see stuff. No matter if it's car audio or not, but like in your house and all these other features and stuff that you can do, it's just, it's cool. It really is. And I know you can buy the handheld ones. There's that too. But this one's perfect for what we do. All right, let me catch up on the comments. I'm so far behind. I keep hacking away here. Fuego! SDK throwing. Is he throwing CJ or pennies? I just don't even know.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Sending you a chiller. I want your honest opinion. I will give you my honest opinion. I can give you yours too. Absolutely, Jake. I would appreciate that, because I do have the Fanny Jr. and I could do a little bit of a comparison or just, something along those lines. And I know you know all the ins and outs about how to test a fan for, the cubic feet and all that fun stuff for the air movement. I got one of those Windomatic 3000 meters for the wind meter, so I can do something with that. I could definitely test it. Appreciate that, man. Heck yeah, I am down. That one might fit in my car a little bit better. This guy made one that was like literally a Warhorse size. Too bad the Warhorse doesn't even need fans, or I'd throw it in there. Excuse me. I love how that $1.99 super chat, even though it's red though. It's weird. It's like a Cornet super chat that just stays all day. I don't know. From Roger. It's still on the top there. I love it. I love it. Did you guys all enter the poll? Yeah, we got 40 votes here. Let's just take a look at it. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Have you ever ran excess power products? No, 55%. Yes, 20% said soon. I only got an excess product through hand-me-down services, buying it used. Just because, like a lot of you guys, didn't have a lot of funds for just car audio. So a $300 AGM or a $600 to $700 lithium just didn't make sense for me. But when you go into this stuff, that isn't really that much of the entire cost to get something with crazy performance and just things along those lines. You got to pay to play. But then you get to keep it forever. That's the difference. And it's really good stuff and it lasts. So my first XS was a 3100 Group 31. And then I wound up getting one for under the hood, 34, an R34. And they're still running today. And I got them like 5 years ago, each of them. Excuse me. And they were used. So these batteries are just old. Some of them been sitting. One I use every day still to this day. And the Group 31, I just recently put it back into Kayla's car, and it's running with the Salt MD20 because that Salt battery, you can run it with pretty much anything, which is great. Now, these LTOs, what's cool about the 5 Series, you can run it with, lead acid, AGM, it's perfectly fine. Now, the 6 Series is where you run into problems, and that's a lot of lithium that's not lithium iron phosphate, where it either has a very low voltage or a very high voltage per cell, and it's kind of hard to fit that into 12 to 14 range. It wants to work at, 12 or 16 and above, and that just doesn't work for every application. But there's a lot. That's the crazy thing with batteries. There's just so much into all this stuff. It'll drive you nuts, but the more you learn, you don't know, and it's just how it goes. But it's a fun journey across, man. It really is. We got a lot of these. I don't even know. Oh, am I behind? It skipped so many. No, it skipped Get Some with a $5. Man, how did that? Why is this?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, Get Some, Yellow Top, and DIY Headway. And I remember Yellow Tops, Red Tops being like the battery to go to. And what's cool is the Yellow Top and the Red Top are very, like, in a way, not clones, but similar in their properties. Not chemistry, but just performance capabilities. The Yellow Top is more of a deep cycle AGM battery of that brand. So that's comparable to the Reserve series of the Titan8. And then the Red Top is like the Red Power series of the Titan8, which is, higher discharge, less capacity. But either way, good stuff. People say they're not as good as they used to. And I don't even want to repeat that because I don't know. And a lot of people say the same thing about a lot of stuff, including kicker. So, and I know that's not the case. I'm going to have to try it out myself. Regardless, a battery's a battery and it's going to do what it says. And if it doesn't, then maybe you bought that from Temu. But either way, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. And the headways, they are cheap. They are powerful. You know, and there are so many pros and cons. There isn't one battery. It's just superiorly better than anything else. And if it is, performance-wise, the price goes up along. You know, it's just, that's economics, that's physics. And you can't get it all. You can't. Thank you, Get Some. I appreciate you. And thank you for always being here, man. You guys are awesome. I feel like I missed, okay, so I did miss Mike DePoli. There's no way I missed a Mike DePoli. I love that, man. You know, just basing out. You know, and I always hate when people comment on my videos that I purposely do for YouTube, you know, whatever, TikTok, you name it. And 2, your phone isn't going to pick up the mids and highs when you're doing a 50. Sorry, just not. Doesn't matter how good your highs are. That microphone's going to just go and sounds distorted. But I love that clip. I love just that. And it just reminds me of just basing out forever, man, since I was a kid and to now. And, you know, you perfect your system. And then even when you do, it's kind of cool to hear those systems where you can't even hear the words. It's just bass, man. It's like just enough to hear the vocals. And it's like a nostalgia thing. I don't know what it is. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you. Man, I can't believe that was just StreamYard. Sometimes when I pop a super chat on and then I put a video, it'll like fling it one way or another. I don't know why it does that. StreamYard, you're on my list. All right, goals. So I caught up there. SDKs. Okay. 38% off all SDK Explode installs right now.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Oh, man. You know what? I thought that was... Oh, I read SDK. I'm thinking it's SDK. That is not SDK. That's not. Dubby. Thank you, Dubby. I appreciate you. And yeah, you know, I mean, I'm sure Jake gets a lot of those installs of the Sony Explodes. I miss mine, man, big time. Just Me has become a member. What?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you. Appreciate you, dude. Man, you know, this guy, I'm just glad the guys are there to help you out with your system. I heard it's banging. I can't wait to hear it in person. I know Slamology is crazy. I feel like next year I'm going to have to make a little bit more time for something. I don't know. I don't know. I know we stay an extra day just to hang out with the guys, but I do want to walk around a little bit more, and I'm thinking we won't be with the kids, so maybe Kayla can give out some demos, and I can grab one from you guys, man. Appreciate you. Dude, hope you've been well, dude. Hope you've been well. Wait a minute. Shaq the Trucker, man, gifted 5 memberships. You guys are literally killing it, like, with these memberships.
Well, would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
You can do. I think we have like almost 200 members on YouTube. Like, it is a lot. Let me take a look here. Let's go to memberships. And 153, but that does not include the ones you guys dropped tonight. So we're at least up to 170 something, if not more. You guys are awesome. And you know, it's cool because that gives me things to throw at you guys for like one-offs. Like, you know, not so much, oh, for the, Patreons that are paying $25 to $10 a month, because that's got to be really, really good. And for the masses and, you know, the ones that have seen, that are members, already seen that Titan8 trailer, and I tweaked that a little bit since, you know, the final production of that part. You know, and they got to see some stuff behind the scenes, and that's the cool thing. Alongside just being a part of the green team. Thank you, Shaq. Appreciate you, and thank you for just sharing the love for the other guys, man. Hey, Cornut, I'm gonna need to make one for Cornut, and I keep thinking about it. We made one for 25. We got one for Bubba. We got one for Dave. John's in every intro, and you know, man, there's just so many of them. It's getting insane. CJ just ding ding ding. Man, thank you, Cornut. Appreciate you, dude. And the OG Caboose, I appreciate you being here, and just thank you for everything you do, dude. Roger, you know, man, you guys, you're killing me. All these pennies. So many pennies. You know, I got my penny jar right over there. I will hold on to them forever. I really will. Cool. Let's see. Jason Stokes. Man, I'm still just trying to catch up. You guys are insane. Just got parked for the night. Hope all is well, sir. It really is, man. You know, I'm feeling a lot better.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Appreciate you, Mr. Stokes, and how's that L7X doing for you? Hope it's doing well. I need to play with mine. It's been a while. I've been driving the quad box a little bit more often than anything else. It's been, you know, L7X has been sitting there. I did drive Cookie Monster not that long ago. I've been using that a little bit here and there, and it sounds great. I love it, man. Obviously, Warhorse, God, like the new one, yeah, that one. And the 18, whenever that comes, oh man, it's gonna be stupid nasty in there. Like, it sounds good, it's loud now, don't get me wrong, it's a 50, but I demo it like 47, 49, you know, just so I don't kill the sub that's like literally 20 years old plus. It's gonna be insane with the new ones. It's really gonna be insane. Just full tilt bore. Who knows? Maybe I will see 10 volts. I don't know. In that one too. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you. And we got a lot of pennies coming in. Man, I just can't keep up with it. Those aren't pennies.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Fries. Cornut's calling for fries. Thank you, Cornut. Appreciate you, man. And, you know, we love CJ. We do. We do. Oh man!
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
You know, we're gonna have to. We need some large fries to divvy this up. We got so many fries. It's a $2 super chat. That is all needed for.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
You know, I'm gonna have to start giving CJ some royalties. We don't want to do that, do we? Thank you, Bubba. Appreciate you. And, oh, man. Cornut, Roger, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you. Bubba, dropping it.
I
No.
don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
So is Bubba. Difference maker indeed, sir. 20 more members to the club, to the green team. Thank you, Bubba. I appreciate you. I see one from Trap House, but I got to see what else I missed here. And that was just all super chat comments. Like, I was so far behind, and that's what happens when I talk too much. That's this whole schmeal deal thing here. Appreciate you, Bubba. Man, you guys are awesome. Frank Irvine, he likes the green. Peas or collards? I don't know. Collard greens? Why is 25 not green? Because if he was, well, he's a blue. Yeah, he's blue. Yeah, he's blue. Because if he was green, he would die. Yeah, I think that's the thing there. It is rigged, Frank. Yes, it is 100% rigged. How do you join the green team? You know, if you just go on your computer, it'll just pop right up on the top of my YouTube channel, say join. On mobile, it's kind of hard. It's a pain in the butt. I would just jump on the computer. It's real simple. It's easy. Or there are ways you can do it on your phone, but you have to go in Safari and then hit a little button and say open as desktop. It's a pain in the butt. YouTube will get on it soon, I hope. I still didn't get a check from YouTube for setting up this membership stuff. Supposedly it's $500 just to start, and another $500 if we had 30 members, and we have like 200 now. So I don't know, probably gonna take a while. You know how that goes. Oh yeah, we'll hook you up in like 3 months later. Whatever works, man. But you guys are just supporting the channel, and it's just cool that it's not just a super chat. Like it's $1, $20 super chat for 20. But it goes to somebody that may or may not always watch the channel, and they're like, oh, I got a notification. Living Loud with Andy. I'm a member, for 1 month. That's pretty cool. And they might start watching my stuff. So that's cool. And it's membership exclusive content only alongside. So it's a win-win, and you guys are awesome, and you just get to be part of the green team. Speaking of which, he just became a member. He got it. Bubba's like, in the DM, got you, Dean, got you. Thank you, man. Welcome to the team. And would you just look at it? That's all you can do. I don't even know. Here it is.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it.
I love that meme. And I love W too. Appreciate you guys, man. Just at me. Just at me. There he is. Oh yeah, that John guy. Yeah. And speaking of mugs, if you go to kicker.com in the stuff section, they got all new swag in there. Cups, water bottles, hoodies. I need to put an order in. I've been waiting for these 12L7s, S's. I was going to buy the entire box just because they didn't have the single ones in stock. And, I'm a kicker guy. I get a little bit of discount here. And so I was going to do that, and I was waiting for a t-shirt and something else to be in stock, too, alongside that. And, then I went and bought this battery. So it's going to put me back about a month. But I need it, just because, one, I'm doing less damage to that battery because they're going to take turns, in a sense, of distributing the power for that quad box. And, just lengthening the life of the battery that I already have and keeping my amplifier on and happy. That's the point, man. What's going on, Garrick? Thank you for tuning in with us. See, I'm 42 minutes in, but I feel like tired. And usually I don't. Like, this is always the bald spot of the tire. Always is. But I do feel tired. And I'm just not used to exerting myself, We past 2 times we've been sick. Upper respiratory stuff. Not COVID. Not at all. Not at all. This might be a good time. I do want to try something. Because YouTube has this thing. And you know what? I'm going to try it. If you look on the screen here, there's a money button, and it's insert ad. I want to tell me how it works, because I'm going to press it and tell me what happens. All right, so what's that doing? Please tell me what it's doing. If it's doing something different, I don't know. Yeah, insert ad. Is that like live, or is that like after the show? Like, I don't know what that does. I'm like, wait, that's a thing. Either way. Yes, of course, we got Kicker Club over here. Adam, what is up? Simon, Staley, William from Kicker, not Bill Frog. Appreciate you tuning in. Pendleton, he's the Amp Tech guy, man. Just to have these names here. Todd Sparker, just being here on the show, hanging out with us. It's an honor. It really is. Of course, we got some Kicker headphones on here. Would we have less? The Kicker Cush NCs, they're great. This is my second pair, and the Tabors are nice too, man, and everything else they got. I'm waiting for a new complete over-the-ear headset. We'll see what they got coming down the pipe, as always. Just like how they brought out the Comp Qs back again, man. With the new forced air cooling. Pull pieces or whatever. Pull vents, not pull venting, but around the coil in the gap. to help cool things down and increases power handling. And of course, they changed the look of it a little bit there too. Yeah, that's probably the only thing he's going to send me, Bobby. All right, so I got corn nuts. Okay, cool. We're catching up here. Oh, 25. Don't you, no, oh, God, here we go. That's why it's been raining.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael!
Peace. Thank you, 25. Appreciate you for telling the guys. I'm wondering why it's been raining this entire time. Thank you, Garrick. Love being on this live stream theme video chat. It is awesome. It really is. These guys, bar none, the best. We're always in the kicker chat too, and a few of the other ones too, man. Thank you, Garrick, for being here, dude. All right, cool. Scrolling down. Cookie Monster, the bass shagged me. I heard it. I definitely heard it. Hosea Harris, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate that you're here, man. SJC up in here. What is up, dude? I haven't seen you in a while. SSV, SVV, SFFV. Blah, blah, blah. That's the same thing as SJC. It's just in French or something like that. Thank you, Bubba. How you do it makes it fun, you know. And then that's really the end game here. Is we're just here having fun. That's it, man. That's it. We're just talking car audio. We're learning some stuff too. But you know, it's Friday. We're here to have fun. And even on Tuesdays, where we're really trying to learn something, we're still having fun. We're blowing up speakers. Oh wait, what? I hope we don't. But actually, we might just do it anyway. Even if it doesn't blow after the 5-minute Parker special, because that's like his thing. If it survives sine wave for 5 minutes, you know, whatever. I don't know. Even if it doesn't, I think we're going to keep going and just make it go. CJ!
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Have no fear. CJ is here. What is up, Andy? He is here. He's asking for royalties. Now, CJ, thank you so much, man. And love the video, by the way. Top Patreon along a few other guys in there, man. And this guy, he is Robin. Or maybe he is Batman. I don't know, Jake. Which one is he? Appreciate you, CJ. Thank you for being here, man. Excuse me. I missed Trap House's super chat. See? Trap House with a $5 super chat, man. I got too many.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, man. Thinking about building a Planano bank, but my alternator charges to 14.2. Would you recommend it for me? You know, honestly, I've ran the Yinlong 40s, which is very equivalent to the Plananos in the pilot, and it did very well. It definitely did better than the 2JY NXTs, and honestly, I think it did better than the lithium iron phosphate JY40. But that's just because, you know, they can discharge a little bit more. I mean, it's kind of close to the same, but I don't know. There's a lot of factors with it, but it worked because that's what I used to have in there before I yanked it out. I had the JY40 in there for a long time, and it would work. I wouldn't see 10s, but I would see 12s and 11s more frequently, and it would take longer to charge. And same thing with the Ding Dongs, the Yinlongs. Now, the Plananos, I got those, and I wanted to try them into the pilot. But literally having to build a box is stopping me from doing it. And that's the whole advantage with these batteries right here. The Titan8s. You don't have to do nothing. You know, and I get it, you know, if you got a workshop, you know how to cut wood, you know how to cut fiberglass, you know how to do whatever you want to do with plexiglass. Yeah, it makes sense. DIY, build it yourself. You can buy the cells for 30% of what you're paying. And that's not including everything else with the bus bars, the balancers, and all the other stuff. So yes, you can save a ton by doing it yourself. But I can't get to it. And I really wanted to try it, but the more I look at it now, the more I'm thinking I really wouldn't have seen huge differences, because even on the dyno over here, when I was doing it there, I didn't see much power difference. It was like 100 or 200 more watts, maybe, and the voltage was like 0.2, 0.3 volts higher than the Yinlongs, but I'm still comparing a brand new battery set versus old. So, no apples versus apples there. Excuse me, guys. So, do I recommend the Plananos for your car? I mean, you can do it. You can definitely do it. I've done it. A 6 series works. Thing is, you're just not getting all the capacitance out of that. Just because you're only running at 14.1, 14.4. If you're at 14.2 max, and if you want to go Plananos, then run a 5 series. You can absolutely do that, and then just charge at your 13.8, 14, 14.2, and you should be fine. And that's what's cool about the Titan Series 5, the 5 series, which is, I mean, I want to pull it up over here. Both of these batteries, the 5 series reserve and the 6 or the 5 series power, are both good for what you're talking about. For that under 14.4 range. Like, they're literally perfect for that. Now, anything else, you know, higher, I would definitely recommend anything at 6 series LTO, just so that you're not doing a lot of damage. Could you still do it? Sure. Absolutely, man. Would I recommend you doing it? I would try, you can buy all 6, but maybe try 5 and just run it. I think you would be happy with it. You might be you might drop voltage a little bit lower. Do you know what I'm saying? But you would be able to hold that voltage a little bit longer compared to not dropping as low, having half the capacity. You know, your tank is half full driving your car around every time you fill up. That's the difference. You can't go as long, but with what you have, you got a little bit more oomph, if that makes sense. Just because you got more cells, you just do. But you're at a higher voltage nominally. Like, I think that is the major difference. There are other factors with batteries of how strong they are in that voltage range of what they're dropping down to, the internal resistance. Like, it gets retarded, dude. But that's why I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, I do recommend it. I've done it and it works great. You could try 5 series. I think you would be impressed with that. Thank you, Trap House. Appreciate you. We got DIY Justin Audio Guy in here. Appreciate you, man. Hope you've been well. I feel bad I've been missing the Monday shows. You know, just being sick throws me entirely off. Tuesday, like, didn't even feel like Tuesday. Like, it did, but it didn't. You know, it's just different. And, like, you know, just the whole day of how that works out. Then it's Wednesday and being sick. Missed literally all work this week entirely. Like, I'm just finally feeling better. I'm still coughing. But, like, yesterday was, like, the day I started to feel better. It's been not fun, man. Not at all. Appreciate you guys tuning in. We got a deer in here. What is going on? A deer. Appreciate you. CJ got a raise. You can expect more dunk super chat.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
You know, at least you guys can do it. I could barely do a layup in high school. So, you know, more props to you. Thank you, Jake. And CJ, I'll be looking for you. Alpha Wago. Andy, I need a battery to go with my stock alt and battery. What do I get? Titan8. You know, and that's the main reason why with this system I wanted to keep a stock alt, at least for now. Stock charging range, which even my Eclipse's Cookie Monster, you know, but it's got a high output alt. Stock regulator, so it charges just as it normally would, 14.4, 14.8. For the average person, I really do recommend anything. If you're going LTO, 5 series, just so that you are getting all the capacitance out of it. And I noticed with mine, it charges so much better, at least with my regulator, of how that senses voltage drop and then tells the alternator, hey, you got to charge. It just charges good. And I feel there's also a factor with prismatic cells versus cylindrical cells, where the cylindrical cells are a little bit more uneven, just for the simple fact that the wraps are different lengths going around and it's round, versus the prismatic cells that are flat and square, and just how that's put together. Now, the problem with prismatic versus cylindrical, the cylindrical ones do not need compressed or cased. The prismatic cells do. and that's where the cells are cased together over here. No, you don't need to know. You don't need to know, Remy. You already know where I'm at. But it's not that I'm pushing excess power. I am, but I'm not really. It's just, it works. And I was so blown away. The performance that I got out of this, I'm like, damn, that's really, really, really good. More than I was expecting. So yeah, buy these and you can get away with so much. Like the amount of space that I have in my car because of this, the leg room alone is retarded. Like my seats could not push all the way back. Thank God my kids are short, right? So there was that with the Yinlongs. Now, if I did my own 1x6 instead of 2x3, that was the plan. But, I'm not still getting all the capacity out of those cells. But does it work? Yeah, it works too. You're really pulling hairs. Which one's better? But which one's easier? Any of these, man. And even Down for Sound, they have the Down for Sound 6.0 LTO cell, which is another prismatic cell that is a 2.9 amp hour battery that has a C rate of 75. And that's what I love about this, just because I want to learn both sides of the field, because I use both, man. I got my Plananos on the dyno, but then I'm loving the Titan8, the JY fire whistle, the JY40 in my Eclipse, the lithium iron phosphate. I love learning about this stuff. It's really insane. Thank you, El Fuego. I know I actually made a little, where's it at here? Can I do that? Yeah. I made a little chart, if you couldn't tell. Would you just look at it? It's very rudimentary, but you get the idea. And it's not wattage like, oh yeah, it's only 1200 watts for the reserve or 1800 watts, but that's what each cell's listed as, where they actually, where they actually make them. When you go out and do a DIY build and you buy these cells, you put them together, but I just love how there is no thinking. You got bus bars that are built inside. It's plastic. It's protected. You don't have to go on a website or hit up somebody on Facebook. Hey, can you build this? Do I have to add a balancer? What do I have to do? Asking these questions. It takes all the guessing game out of it, and that's why I really enjoy it. I had that in my car within like a week, and that was me being lazy. This Power Series, it literally took me an hour and a half. I didn't have to build a case for it. I didn't have to hook up a balancer. Yes, you can save money, but you're not saving time. And time is money at the end of the day, man. Really, really is. So it all depends who you are, what you're trying to go with, and there's so many factors. Oh yeah, if you guys noticed, we got a new sign there. I had it down in the fish tank room, but I had to bring it down here just because this is the kicker cave, man. It's got a lot. Why not add to it, man? William, hope you're doing and feeling better. Appreciate you, William, for tuning in, man. I'm good. I'm just coughing a little bit here. I'm sorry, man. I try to tune in when I can, especially when I'm at work, because you guys will go live like 10 minutes, 20 minutes before we get there, usually. And then I'll listen to you guys while I'm working, comment when I can. And it just didn't work, so I didn't see it. And then Thursday, too, I was literally watching Rob and Derek. God, I miss Rob and Derek. Rob and Dean. And, I was watching Thursday Night Football, and it's hard, man. It's like, we do this stuff all the time, so I know when you guys disappear for a little while, I get it. I totally do, man. But we do this so that the new people, the community as a whole, oh, man, what's this? I want to watch this, or whatever it happens to be, man. We work full time with these jobs, man, and especially Justin, man. He goes in depth with his videos, and I try to emulate, not really like copy, but emulate all the YouTubers. Take what I like from each one, and Justin, he does awesome stuff where it's cutthroat, man. It's good. It's good stuff. If you don't know who DIY Audio Guy is, go check him out, man. And I love the videos because it's informational. You learn something, and it's fun along the way. Too many cameras there. There we go. Cool. I know Jake's gonna like that one. Jake's been trying to get me on these skib cells, with the 2.9 amp hours, and those are the ones that are in the Down for Sound. And, you know, it's like, yeah, dude, you know, and it makes sense. You want something that's got high discharge and, you know, not even high discharge, but a high discharge rate per the size of the cell. And that's where I wanted to get into this too. I forgot to even talk about this. If you look at energy density, you can't see it because of the banner right there. Let me see if I can move it up. Energy density and energy volume, like the volume and mass, those are two different things. And, you know, you look at the 2.9 and you're like, oh, yeah, that's got 85 watt hours per liter. That's how they measure, you know, density and volume. But then there's weight, too. So is it really the best way to go if you have to run 3 or 4 of them? You're taking up a lot of just mass or just volume, not sheer weight, but volume, space. And that's the same thing with the cylindrical ones. They're just bigger, you know, and the prismatics are smaller. But then there's weight, too. But volume and energy density, it's more than just weight. It's volume and then there's weight too. So there's so many factors with C rate, capacity, what the battery's designed to do. And these companies take the guessing game out for you, because I'm learning too, man, you know, and it's like, okay, cool. I need this. I'm going to go with that. And their ratings are pretty darn accurate, at least with the Titan8s and stuff. You know, that was a 2,500 watt battery. I'm pulling almost 5,000 watts and probably clipping watts. So it's probably even more. And then that battery was starting to dip down. And that's the point. That is the point. And, you know, if you run an average system that's not wired a half ohm, you probably won't even need as much as I do either. You probably wouldn't. Amps don't run as good whenever you're running them down into the dirt. The efficiency drops, and that's another video I want to do. Oh, I've been sick. I hate this. I'm so far behind. CJ, no drunk chats tonight, but I'm still going to throw $2.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Thank you, CJ. Appreciate you, man. And, you know, I usually say blame Jake and a few others, but I think we're blaming Kibo tonight. You know, last Friday, I think it was. Yeah. All I'm going to say is couch. Y'all know the rest. I contest that claim.
Ding, 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 ding.
Had to throw up there. Had to throw up Baba there. Had to. Appreciate you, man. And you guys, I love the little battles we have here. I love it. Joshua Lawrence, not excess power related at all, just dealing with the struggle. Got a question, Andy, on my down for sound JP33 on my quad box might have a ground loop issue. You know, and that's why I hate making Fridays like any kind of topic, because it's Friday. I just have something to talk about. I was just going to talk about and say, would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Now, ground loop issues, man, you know, I feel like some of them can even be fixed, and it's not really fixing it. It's putting a Band-Aid on it with really good RCAs. And then there's the side of it too with the amplifier. Does the amplifier have, you know, I forget what it's called, but it's just the ground is connected to the RCA. And, you know, higher quality ones just won't even put out a whine. Not even my KX, the SX amplifiers, no matter what I do to them, they never spark when I hook up the positive or ground for the initial turn on, even though if it's been sitting forever. It's got stuff in there, so there's a soft connection. You know, like almost like a capacitor in line somewhere. So there isn't that initial spark like of every other amplifier out there. And I think that was in mind of just maybe back then. And then I don't know if with the Q amplifiers, I didn't see a spark on this one, but you know, you don't always see a spark. But I didn't even see one when I hooked up the IQ. So maybe it's just, like I said, with the higher end amplifiers, you don't run into certain issues like ground loops and sparks. Just, you know, your first connection for some reason. There's things put in line to make it a little bit nicer and better. Now, with a ground loop isolation kit you can hook up to stuff, I don't like those just for the simple fact, losing my voice, just for the simple fact, sometimes they hinder your pre-out sound, and it's almost like putting a compressor on your voice. It's just going to pull something away to lower something else, and sometimes they don't always work. Honestly, what it comes down to is, man, power runs, how your car is. Some cars, you might never deal with it. Other ones, you might. It's not just technically, oh, is my RCA's beside my power wire? It could be something with your car that's just not good. Your head unit could be bad. The ground for that could be bad, and sending it down the line. With ground loop noises, you know, my advice to you, start from the beginning. Work your way back. Try different equipment. See if that other equipment is doing it as well. And if it is, then it's up farther up in the beginning of the line of this audio signal, source, whatever it have you. And that is the problem. So you start from your back and work your way up. And that's the long way, but you'll for sure know what the issue is. And it's just, it's trial and error, man. A real trial and error. It really is. Remy gave any specials? So far, I don't have anything for me, but if you use code EXO, EXO, I would check that out. I don't know if there's a big discount right now, how they do it. Check it out. All right, cool. Scrolling down. Josh Lawrence again. My JP33 instantly has a constant thudding coming through my subs as soon as I hook up my RCAs. I unhook that and hook up my... Okay, see, always trying something else. There we go. CX1200 and the subs play fine. Worst case scenario, the amplifier's going. You're getting DC going through the output. Best case scenario... maybe just how the amplifier's built, and like I said, maybe I would grab a better set of RCAs. Or what you could do is eliminate the head unit, see if it's the head unit starting it all, get an RCA to 3.5, so that would be RCA male, you know, the two set, left and right, to 3.5 male adapter, and then by doing that, God, too many cameras. By doing that, you can hook up your phone. Obviously need your dongle because there is no aux cord on phones anymore, apparently. And, excuse me. And test it from there. That should eliminate any kind of noise coming from the head unit RCAs. And if it's still doing it then you know it's the amplifier. You know it's the amplifier. Dean with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Dean. Appreciate you. Just me. You know, it means a lot, man. It means a lot. You know, I know a lot of you guys don't even put up stuff and you're just there to support. I appreciate your back, man. I haven't seen you in a little while. All right, cool. Let's see what else I missed. Oh, CJ, he says he's more Alfred than Robin.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Oh, that was a good one. You missed that one. Thank you, CJ. Appreciate you, Dean. You guys are awesome. Coronet says, I don't have time to build banks. XS, JY for the win. Hallelujah. Yes. And that's it. That's, you know, it's not only it, but it is it. You know, that is a big one. And, you know, I haven't built a box in a while, you know. Not that long, but still, you know, I got to do a lot. I got a lot of power wheels I got to move to just build a box in the garage. You know, and then sawdust and just everything. And plexiglass, like with the Plananos, LAF doesn't even have plexiglass bank kits for the Plananos yet. He has them for the in-longs, but the Plananos are smaller. So, you know, it's like, measure this. I'm like, what? I don't even know, man. Sure. Here, like, and then it might be wrong. So it's like, that's okay. You know, let's see. Always Kibo's fault. Hallelujah. I have kicker RCAs and also canoe concept crystals both. All right. Yeah, I'm blaming the amplifier. I think your amps got some issues, man. Oh man, here we go. I'm trying to catch up to the comments. Oh, there we go. Jake with a $10 super chat. Is that from
Ding 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 ding. Fries are done.
Titan Power is the 10 amp hour skib cells in 5 series instead of 6 with no balancer. Cells and balancer for 6 series is $230. Busing is $50. It's ironic that I told you to buy these cells and you did, but at a markup. You know, Jake, and that's okay. I remember you telling me about the 2.9 amp hours with the 75C. And to buy a few of those are $45 a bank of 6, you know, and the Down for Sound has 2 of them in there. So, I mean, you can do the math and say, I saved a bunch on this, I saved a bunch on that, and I saved about 15% or less by switching my car insurance to Geico, which I absolutely did. True story. Don't use AAA. But, you know, honestly, yes. And that's the thing. I wanted to go out and do it, but even me, being this YouTuber, car audio expert, I'm a little scared with stuff where it's like, what busing bar do I need? I know, you know, Sherco batteries, great place to get them. That's where I got the Plananos, and they have the bus bars, but then you got to buy the screws. They don't even come with the screws. And I'm sitting there asking someone else for the screw sizes, and I know you can figure it out. But it's not simple. I'm a big dummy too with a lot of stuff, man. And the more I do this, yeah, I got a 5-pack of the, you know, not those ones yet. I'm buying those, the Titan8 Power Series with the 10 amp hour skib cells, and they're in 5 series. And I know you can save a lot of money by doing it yourself and then putting them in a box and doing all that. But I go on Amazon, I'm looking up stuff like battery box, and like there's nothing that's custom for that. Everything you do with this stuff has to be custom, or I don't know, get lucky. And I don't want to put another piece of MDF in my car. That Yinlong bank looks great. I mean, it works, but it doesn't look that great. You know, and then you could paint it, you can make it look nice, or then you can do that and then make it into a plexiglass finish so that it looks good. But then what if you want to change it? That's a lot of money if you want to change it. You know, and I get that these are a lot of money too, but I don't need to change anything. I just need to add another one. And I know you could add another one too with that. And it all depends what you're trying to do. And that's why I'm not here to say, oh, run excess, don't do a DIY yourself. I'm team both. If you want to save some money and you got some time and you got the know-how, you got some friends, you can save a boatload by doing that. But even a guy like myself, I'm still skeptic about stuff. The more I do it, yes, I get more confidence. Like, okay, I kind of want to go and buy 2 sets or at least 1 set of the little skib cells, the 2.9s, and just try doing that stuff for the dyno. You know, something that doesn't particularly need a case, but still needs compressed in a way, or at least cased. But then I'm still, you know, at that same problem. It's got to look good. An amp dyno, it's not always on camera, but there's some angles that are. And, you know, it's a pain in the butt with this stuff. Jake here, he is the SDK enclosure guy. He could print out 6 of these in a day if he wanted to. And that's the thing, man. If you got the tools, you got the shop, and you got a little bit of know-how, you can do the DIY stuff, and you will save a lot of money, and you can save time if you know the guy too to help you out. And that's what all these guys do. That's what they all do. You go to Slamology, you don't see them always loaded up with the Titan8s and the JYs. You see a lot more of the Ding Dongs, the C-Max, you know, from anything from just MDF, you know, cased to acrylic with LEDs with the TV on the front of it. You know, it all depends what you're trying to do, but I feel like majority of the people that I talk to, at least that are asking me for help, they're like, hey, what do I do? And that's why I've always pushed the JY product, because I was that person. What kind of battery should I get with my stock charging system? And there are more of those than the guys that are just, you know, do it DIYers. But that's why I'm here to say I am team both, because they both have their advantages. And The Plananos are killer on the dyno just because I can ramp it up to 16 volts if I want to. Can I do that with the 5 series? Not at all. Now, can you compare those two? Not really for an amp dyno where you're trying to stay at 14.4, man. You want something at 6 series, and that's why they do have it for both. But again, yes, you can get them everywhere. I appreciate you, Jake. And, I don't mind taking the harder questions because, yeah, I'm kicker, okay? If you didn't know that, I wouldn't even say living under a rock. It's something else. Maybe... No, not watching the Discovery Channel. I don't know what it would be. But still, you could tell that I love Kicker, and there's these other brands out there that are, not per se reaching out to me, but, back and forth. Like it's like a mutual relationship, even with Travis, with JY, I kind of clung on to him because I'm like, dude, I like your stuff. You're a cool dude. And, it was perfect for me, just because I didn't know how to build it myself. And, lithium scares me. And the more and more and more I learn about it, it's like, it's not really that scary. Lithium Titan8 oxide is a little safer than lithium iron phosphate. Didn't know that. But, you learn. And that's the whole thing about it, man. It's a journey. It really is. The more I do these shows, it's like, I don't want to watch what I did last week. Man, I didn't know what I was talking about. I just learned about this. I just learned about that. I got better at this. I got better at that. And that's the glow up they call these kids. These damn kids, they call it the glow up. You just grow up and you learn, and it's the process, man. It's awesome. It really is. No, I know you told me, Jake. And I said, would you look at that? Would you look at that? Just look at it. Oh man, my voice is still messed up. Thank you, Roger. He says good night. Would you look at that?
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it.
Thank you, Roger. Got to eat pizza. One more fry for CJ.
Ding, 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 ding. Fries are done.
Fries are done for your pizza. I never had fries on pizza, but fries with pizza, absolutely. Appreciate you, Roger, for being here, man, and just thank you for being part of the team, man. The green team. Cool. Let's see. Where else did I miss? John K. If looks could kill, that would give Jake him. Oh, that's never heard that word before. Mod pizza? I think that's what John eats. Yeah, he eats. Yeah, John. Yeah, he eats mod pizza because he's a moderator, right? We went to Slam for the bass, but we stayed for the ding-dongs. The ding-dongs. Ding-dongs! Fries are done. Yin long, ding-dongs. No fuses, no problem, El Fuego. Appreciate you tuning in, Sean. Let me know, how is that 6.5 Neo with the SDK enclosure coming? I want to hear about that. Appreciate that you are tuning in. If you didn't know, Mr. SDK calling me out while I'm buying Titan8's enclosures. Gave away an awesome subwoofer with a free enclosure with it. Thank you, Jake. Thank you for all that you do. And thank you, Sean, for tuning back in, man. And that's the thing, man. I appreciate everybody. I've always been so... I don't want to be one side or the other. But sometimes you do have to pick teams. But with car audio in itself, I picked the team, but I like to appreciate others because, we all are here for the same reason. And the names behind the brand are more than just a name. They're a face too, and they got families, and they've been through this process that we've been through too, which is car audio, man. Learning about batteries, learning about subwoofers, learning about amplifiers. Some go crazy. Some start designing some for companies, and others, they lose focus of it, and they try something else, and that happens, man. I'm dedicated. I ain't going nowhere. But I am going to get off this stream because it is, hour and 20 minutes. I love you guys. 47 of y'all here. That's the most we've had at an end of a stream. I know. I missed you guys too. I really did. I will see you Tuesday, though. We got the after show here in the Discord. Link in bio on the About section on YouTube. Check it out. Living Loud with Andy after party. And Tuesday, don't miss that show. Please do not miss that show. It's going to be awesome with RMS test of a kicker comp. I'm excited, man. I'm truly excited. And I'm happy I'm back. I'm happy I'm healthy. I love you guys. I feel like I went over everything. We did. Yep. We went over everything. And then there's Mr. B in the studio, chilling, hanging out. He's still getting over the stuff too, man. I love you guys. And, man, I will catch you guys Tuesday. It's nuts, right, Bubba? It's nuts. Tuesdays with Andy for the win. Thank you, 25. I love you guys so much. Man, you guys killed it tonight. And I guess we'll do both outros. I do want to do this one again. Love you guys, and I will see you Tuesday, Kicking with Andy. Have a great weekend. And as always, stay living loud. Remy, holy crap. These LTOs are perfect, man. It charges so much better on my stock system. Hey, access for the win! Bolts on 4,000 watts clamped. I think we need another one.
Right? You know what that means. We living loud.
I don't think he could have timed that any better, to be honest with you, Bubba. Just like how he does now. I love you guys. See you in the after party.